Okay, welcome to day 13 of the Bible in 1 year chronological order. Not a lot to say here other than this is chapter 13. We get into the chronicles of the history of the lineages and the things that have happened. But really this is all about chapter 36 in Genesis. And it's all about Esau. So why is that important? Well, let me just read a few verses to you. Not much to worry about at this moment. We'll come back to this as we progress through the history. Verse 3, Esau was also married to his cousin Basemath, who was the daughter of Ishmael, okay, and the sister of Nebaioth. So we've already talked about Esau marrying daughters of Ishmael and Ishmael's lineage and marrying into the Canaanites. Bad deal. You don't want to do that. And that was one reason God had said, don't marry outside of the family here of the special people that we have. Okay, and then we go on to verse 35. Rulers of Edom. Now check this out. Well, this is descendant after descendant after descendant. We're getting down into the line of when Moses was alive. So Esau, this chunk in this chapter, not just this chapter, this chapter in Genesis really is a big chunk of time period where God wanted to expand on Esau and all the things, all the people that were involved with Esau. So in verse 35, we get to when Husham died, the King Husham, Hadad, son of Bedad, became king in his place and ruled from the city of Avith. He was the one who defeated the Midianites in the land of Moab. And where did Moses go when he struck the Egyptian and ran away? He went to the land of Moab and sought shelter with the Midianites and married a Midianite. Well, the Midianites are defeated at this point. So this is something to think about. You're reading a story, you're reading history, but there's no way to describe everything in order all the time. You have to take a breath at some point in time and expand on something and expand on something else and then come back in where you left off. So we're talking about the promised people, Jacob and Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, and Joseph, and all the lineage through them. But what about Esau? And we have a little bit about that. What about Ishmael? We have a little bit about that here. And the whole point, I think, about all of this is, hey, we got to trust in God, because if we go off on our own and do things we shouldn't be doing and go against what he says, it's not good. Nothing. You take the whole Bible. There is nothing good when you stray away from what God says. For instance, one wife. Okay, you can have one wife. The whole Testament is filled with people marrying more than one woman, taking on a maidservant, taking on, raping somebody. It's just absolutely ridiculous for anyone to read this and say that, the Old Testament is filled with people being, it's okay to marry more than one wife. It's ridiculous. So chapter 36 was a breath that we're taking, and then right after this, we get straight into Joseph, and that's where things start to heat up a little bit more. So that's day 13. I'll see you tomorrow.